appreciate my family, my wife. I knew she was up to something, on Sunday before, that was last week Sunday, my son in Ife just came in without, to surprise me. Then I knew that they were planning something. Thank you for a memorable day. I really appreciate. My family that has supported. My wife in particular, that has made this job easy. I really appreciate. So today I would be honoring the 27th of May, which is the Children's Day, which was the Children's Day, a day set aside to recognize and celebrate the unique importance of childhood, highlighting the need to protect, educate, and support the well-being of children. Every year, 27th of May in Nigeria. Now, if you remember, I've been talking about children, the boy child, since the 16th of May, which is the International Day of the Boy Child, and the role of parents in their fathers' lives. Yes, the role of fathers in the lives of their children, in both the growth and development of the boy and girl child. Research is conclusive that the possibility of abuse, especially child sexual abuse, is greatly reduced with the presence of an active father. Meaning that a father who is active in the lives of his children reduces the risk of the girl and boy child, first of all, being sexually abused as children. You remember, 1 in every 3 girls will be sexually abused, molested, defiled before the age of 18, and 1 in every 4 boys will be sexually abused before the age of 12. This study started in 2015 by UNICEF in Nigeria, which showed that Nigeria really has a high, in fact, the highest rate of child abuse in sub-Saharan Africa. Something happened last week when my son, that is our second son, he's 25 years old, came from Osun State, University of Ife. He graduated last year and since then has started running a private business there. He didn't tell me he was coming, but he surprised me, so it seemed the others knew, so it was a warm welcome. Later that evening, we both sat in the parlor and I asked him how he was, what was on his mind, was anything bothering him. He now told me of his friend, one Olawale Bolaji, 27-year-old graduate of the English department, a very dear friend of his, committed suicide the day before, that is last week Saturday. While I was here on air talking about the role of fathers, someone was committing suicide in Ife. Do you know how he committed suicide, ladies and gentlemen? He took a knife and went to the transformer of the street and connected himself to the transformer. Immediately he caught fire and died. I have never seen that kind of, he didn't go to the junction box or the fuse box of his house. He went to the transformer, NEPA transformer, a graduate of the University of Ife. I said, I shouted, I said, what happened? He said he was depressed. He said both of them were still together 2 days before he committed suicide. I said, what about his parents? He said he had already been diagnosed of depression by a year or 2 or 3 before and was taken by his father and admitted in a psychiatric hospital. Whether to see a psychologist, but he was admitted. I don't want to say psychiatric because, that must mean that he's losing, more or less. And they said this gentleman raps very well, and in fact was just signed up by a record label who gave him about 3.5 million to go and do a video that he was still composing the song. The record label gave him that money to go and whether do a video or, finish up the song, and it seemed he was okay, but went to commit suicide. So when I heard that he had already been admitted for depression before, I was shocked, and I said, where is his father? He said his father took him to the facility to treat his depression. And I said, no, the father shouldn't have taken him to any facility, but that was a signal for intervention from his own father. I just asked, I said, is his father a clergyman? He said, how did I know? I shook my head, and he went back to Ife yesterday to join the candlelight procession for Olawale Bolaji. May his soul rest in peace. He saw that I was very bothered about it, and he said, Dad, this one just happened on Saturday. That about 7 months ago, another 200 level student committed suicide in the University of Ibadan. University of Ife. That this was a 200 level student, and I was like, what are you talking about? He said, yes, Daddy, that students are committing suicide. Next thing, and I saw that this one was a graduate of the University of Ife, Osuolale Olamide, committed suicide again on the 2nd of January 2024, last year. Then I started going to various universities, and I started seeing that students have been committing suicide in various higher institutions. And nobody is taking note that our children are killing themselves by themselves. So I have been just sitting down and reading and going through pages to check on suicide and our children. Our children are now hopeless, afraid, discouraged, and in despair. And later I now found a report that in Nigeria between January and August 2019, there were 13 suicide cases of students in various universities. And the report also added that one particular university had 13 cases of suicide in the same year in one university.
13.
Suicide now is the second leading cause of death for teens and young adults between the ages of 10 to 34. That came out in 2023, which showed that 20.4% of secondary school students have reportedly considered committing suicide. That was in what? 2024. Now, according to the medical director, medical social services in Luth, Dr. Titilayo Tade, the suicide rate in Nigeria is 6.9 per 100,000. In another sample of the Nigerian university students, 8.3% met the criteria for depression, with 5.6 having minor depressive disorders, 2.7% with major depressive disorders. Now, I now found an article that in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, amongst students, 58.2% scored above the threshold for mild depression. This report came out on the 19th of June 2024, less than 1 year ago. And I'm wondering, what the hell is going on? Our children are killing themselves or considering killing themselves. Now, depression is the major cause. Depression. What then is depression? How can a child be depressed who is still getting support from the parents? What should the parents do? Depression is persistent sadness. Do you know clinical depression is sadness that has lingered for 2 weeks? 2 weeks. You are constantly sad. That is the description of clinical depression. Prolonged sorrow. Prolonged sorrow. You are unhappy. You've lost interest in activities that you used to enjoy. You have lost appetite. You are in despair. You are in fear. You are in sorrow, sadness, anxiety. Persistent sorrow lasting for 2 weeks is the beginning of major depressive disorder. Why? The primary causes from our research, number one has been the home where you come from. Especially children raised in domestically violent homes. That is why I always tell you not to give birth when you are in an abusive marriage. The moment you see abuse, I told you, once abuse starts, reproduction must stop. Why? Because the children grow to become depressed. Number two, absence of a father. Those who prioritize their work over their children, those who prioritize social activities above their family, those who prioritize religion, they are always there, church, mosque, every time, and your children are there. Then children who have been sexually abused. These people often consider suicide. Listen, 16th of May, International Day of the Boy Child. 19th of November, International Day for Men. Last year, the theme for the International Day for Men was zero male suicide. Why? Because they found out that, you see, every man was once a boy. And you say they become an adult at the age of 18. So now, from 18, they have seen that men are committing suicide worldwide. So the international theme for last year was zero male suicide. Now, let us talk about this suicide. Now, that word suicide was first devised by Sir Thomas Browne in 1643. The word was coined from the Latin word suicidum, which means the act of taking one's own life by themselves. Literally, it means the act of slaying yourself. Merriam-Webster defines suicide as the act or instance of taking one's own life voluntarily and intentionally. Wikipedia defines it as killing yourself on purpose or dying at your own hand. Now, in America, I saw that in 2021, an estimated 12.3 million American adults seriously thought about committing suicide. 3.5 million of them planned the suicide, and 1.7 attempted the suicide. Now, suicide is a global public health problem, ladies and gentlemen, and Nigeria is one of the epicenters of suicide in the world. Can you imagine? And I'm wondering, why hasn't the government seen this? That Nigeria is one of the epicenters. Do you know what an epicenter is? I won't even explain. Check it out. Of suicide in the world. But there's no research study in Nigeria. There's no exploration of the epidemic of suicide in Nigeria. The only information available is by published newspaper reports of victims. Can you imagine? General Psychiatry, that is a research journal, collected and analyzed published newspaper reports about suicide from 10 Nigerian English-speaking newspapers between January 2010 and December 2019 and documented 350 suicide reports after screening and sorting the newspapers. Further research in 2022 by a Punch newspaper journalist, Gift Habib, revealed that no fewer than 79 people committed suicide. Victims comprised of 70 males and 9 females. 70 males, 70 boys, 70 men, and only 9 females. Lagos State had the highest with 12 victims, followed by Oyo, Edo, Ogun, and Rivers State. Now, the mean age of reported cases then were 36. How can men account for 80% of all suicides within 9 years? Men. 80%. It's actually 80.6%. So if I'm to round up, it will be 81%.
Just men.
Men. Married men accounted for 51%. Students accounted for 33%. Suicide by hanging, 48%. And suicide by poisoning, 32%. These were the most commonly reported methods of suicide. Now, there is another suicide where a boy went. He's 27 years old, so he will be referred to as a man.
Yes.
But was just a student. He graduated. I think he was 95, 96 set. Took a knife and plugged himself to a transformer. The conclusion is certain, ladies and gentlemen. In Nigeria, men are 8 times more likely to die by suicide than their female counterparts. The motivating factor of the increasing rate of suicide in Nigeria, number 1, is depression. Frustration, number 2. Poverty. Family challenges. Depression and anxiety, which anxiety has led to a lot of substance abuse, remain the major causes of suicide amongst men. And you know, the funny thing, I was speaking with 1 or 2 religious people last week, and they were talking of this thing where the devil talks to people and causes them to commit suicide. That there is a voice telling them, and I said I don't agree. That so a voice will just whisper, that means all of us should have died, because there are voices every day. And I found that a lot of religious Nigerians have taken the cause of suicide to a spiritual level, thinking suicide is by demonic possession. They knew rave, thinking it was never like this before, but failed to see that it had been happening even in biblical times. Do you know that Elijah prayed that God should kill him in 1 Kings 19:4? Do you know that Jonah also wanted to commit suicide? Do you know that Samson actually prayed to die with the Philistines? Do you know that Moses also asked God to kill him? Jeremiah said God should kill him. In fact, he cursed the day that he was born. Job also wanted to commit suicide. Matthew, then Judas, actually committed suicide. Do you know King David also wanted to commit suicide? Rebecca, Rachel, all of them wanted. So suicide had been from time immemorial. Don't think it is a spiritual matter. It is a matter of hopelessness, despair. It is not a spiritual thing. Who are these people telling us it is a spiritual thing? It is not. It is hopelessness, where you feel that the ground should open and you should enter. All of us have felt it.
Yeah.
Do I have a minute?
Yeah. Just a few seconds.
Then let me stop and we'll come back.
Okay.
Better.
99.3, we're going on a quick break, and when we come back, we're still having conversations on the girl and boy child. It's a Children's Day special, and it's an interesting one. You should tune in. So don't go nowhere. We're going on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation.
Interviews that matter.
Trust your number one talk station to have you covered.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It all starts with you.
You need information. We need your views.
Most of all, your officer and your official.
We'll be right back.
Ever since Grandpa's swag retired, he's gotten quite active. You might find him making jollof rice for the family, or doing 50 push-ups a day, or busting some moves on TikTok, or going shopping with his favorite grandson. He's also experimenting new things like pairing Ankara trousers with a white shirt and a cool pair of sunglasses.
Oh shit, you Grandpa's swag.
We believe that the fun begins at retirement. That's why Hares Life has designed the Hares Annuity Plan, a pension plan that pays you a monthly income for as long as you live. This way, you can enjoy retirement and experience life all over again. For this and other plans, visit www.hairsinsurancegroup.com. That is HEIRS, or call 0700 434 7754 to get started.
Remember, my children, we are blessed twice.
How, Mommy?
Once when Allah enables us to give, and again when we see the joy in others' eyes.
At Spar Market, we honor the double blessings of Eid al-Kabir. Enjoy up to 50% off on our special festival selection, making your sharing more special. Visit any Spar Market store nationwide from May 30th to June 8, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Spar Market, there for you.
We're going beyond borders and breaking limits in the second half of the year at Accelerate Conference 2025. Themed Shine, Unleash His Glory. Happening from the 4th to the 8th of June at the Pistis Conference Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Hosted by the global lead pastors of the Elevation Church, Pastors Godman and Bola Akilabi. Joined by an incredible lineup of ministers, Apostle Joshua Selman, Pastor Yemi Davids, Pastor Jerry Eze, Reverend Sam Oye, and Apostle Emmanuel Irem, with soul-stirring worship led by Minister Dunsing Oyekon. You can join the experience from anywhere in the world on YouTube at Elevation NG, in watch parties and experience centers across Nigeria, Manchester, USA, Canada, Brussels, and beyond. For more information, visit elevationg.org/accelerate or follow us across socials at ElevationNG.
Hey, Chioma, you don't try, oh. See as my kitchen clean.
Mama.
Eh? But you no use hypo.
Hypo kwa?
Yes, so germs say para. No gree. Protect your kitchen every day with hypo.
Hypo go hypo.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate was a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Exciting games, music, dance, and fun for every family.
Join us for the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos, 12 p.m. sharp.
Don't miss the fun! Don't miss the vibe! Bring your brothers and sisters, your daddy and mommy, even your uncles and aunties to join this exciting moment. Even your friends aren't left out. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle!
Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Proudly brought to you by Kids FM, where every kid's a star.
You've tried calling in, sending messages.
You've wanted to share your thoughts, your opinions, and make your voice heard.
But time always runs out, and you never get the opportunity.
Now you have a chance.
Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Everybody's listening. Voice of the People.
Record yourself expressing your opinion on any issue of concern in 30 seconds.
Speak up, say your piece, raise your concern on Voice of the People.
Send a 30-second video from a quiet place for the best audio.
Send your Voice of the People 30-second video entry on social media at Nigeria Info FM Lagos.
Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. Nigeria is listening.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330-0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
Hey Lagos, I've got something fun for kids, parents, guardians, uncles, aunties, whoever you are. This is for you. The Kids FM Festival 2.0 is back. Get your families ready and let's have some fun with games, music, and so much more. If you missed the first one, don't miss the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos. Time 12 p.m. sharp. Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the vibes. Bring your friends, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, aunts and uncles, and let's turn up. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle. Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. One more time, register at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Sunday, June 1st at Balmoral Convention Center, 12 p.m. prompt. Kids FM Festival 2.0. Family fun. So come, let's play.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Grand Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
It's still the heartbeat of the morning show, which is Relationship 360. And before we went on a break, Barrister, you were talking about suicide. and some of the factors that are responsible for suicide.
Yes, thank you. It's deeply moving to see that we are losing a generation and people are not noticing. People are more involved. Even the so-called politicians are losing their children. The so-called, from every strata. Do you know that suicide does not care about your social status, does not care about your educational level? It is from all sides, rich and poor, educated and uneducated, religious or non-religious or atheist. I was going through these statistics again, and I saw that men accounted for 80.6% of all suicides in Nigeria within 9 years. For starters, the study revealed that married men, 51.8, students, 33.6. This was 3 years ago. Do you know that within these 3 years, students are now almost the same with married men? Almost climbing to a 48%, meaning that, can you imagine if it is now 50-50? Before, 3 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, it showed that married men are more likely to die by suicide than the unmarried, divorced, or separated. The conclusion of which is certain: men are 8 times more likely to die by suicide than their female counterparts, and married men lead. Now, students, our children in schools, was it another girl committed suicide because of JAMB?
Yes.
Huh? 5 years ago in Bayelsa, a boy failing his NB exam because he wants to be a medical doctor went to jump into one river in Bayelsa because he failed the exams. Now, let us talk about the cause. In fact, I am a bit... I gave you 4 major reasons. Those raised in abusive homes, the absentee fathers, fathers who were busy with their work, making fortunes for other people. Your boss will leave his job, the business, for his children. You are taking all your own time to create an inheritance for another person's children, and leaving your children at home. Those that are religious, you are spending your time. Every single day is a church activity where your children are suffering. In fact, your children are being abused. I found a report I presented on the 13th of April 2024. Now, according to UNICEF, 6 out of 10 children in Nigeria experience emotional, physical, or sexual abuse before the age of 18. The Nigerian police in 2020, between January and May 2020, recorded 717 rape cases. 95% were children. Now, look at this. Pulpit homes, I refer to it. That is the homes of those who are consecrated to the pulpit, those who are religious, those who are mosque and church workers, those who dedicate themselves to activities of the mosque and the churches. Our research showed that in 2021, that is between 2021 to September 2023, we found that 1 in every 4 cases of child abuse, especially child sexual abuse of both male and female child, comes from homes with very serious religious elements, meaning they are children of clergy. 1 in every 4 child sexual abuse cases comes from homes with very serious religious orientation. Doesn't it surprise you that the more you think you are working for God, the more your home is open or prone to abuse? The more your sons and daughters are prone to abuse? The question is why? Simply because they neglect their children. They neglect the children and substitute church activity for child activity. What they say is that they are doing God's work, so God is under an obligation to take care of their own houses. How is it possible that you leave your responsibility, which is your children, and say that God has called you, and abandon the children that God gave you? As long as you birth a child, it is your responsibility to raise the child. Every animal on the planet raises and protects its young. It's only humans that will leave it and go to church, thinking that in that church is where the service of God is. No, the church is service to the pastor. If you are a chorister and you are singing, or an usher, and you say you are working for God, no, you are working for that organization. Go and read what service to God is. It is not working in a church. God said, well, Jesus said, I was hungry, you did not feed me. I was sick, you did not come to visit me. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Service to God is service to humanity, not service to a church or a mosque. And you tell me you are working. I laugh when they say you are working for God. So you think, standing on the road, that means police officers who are standing, passing. What is the difference? Who are they working for? They are working for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are working for your pastor and your imam. Don't equate it with working for God. That is not what God called you to do, to usher. There is another thing, there is another reason, there is another life that you are here to affect. There's nothing wrong with being useful in a house. You cannot be in the house and you can't sweep, you can't, so you can be useful. But don't turn around and take that as a substitute for raising your children, protecting your homes. Look at it. Our children are dying, committing suicide. The guy who just connected himself to a transformer, the father is clergy. The other one who committed suicide also last year, the father is clergy. In fact, this same guy had been hospitalized for depression. That was a call. That was where the father ought to have stepped up. The boy did not need a psychiatrist who does not know him to come and be asking him strange questions. He needed a father to assure him. Today is 31st of May. Today is my father's birthday. My father died, it's going over 20 years ago. His name was Lade Jola Kayode Omosebi. In fact, I've never heard any other person bear that name, Lade Jola, except him. That man, I am a son. He's late, I'm grown, there's no need to lie. That man was the definition of a father and the foundation of who I am. It was those little things. He was the one that will attend PTA meeting, not my mother. He was the one. My father was busy. He worked with the Presidential Advisory Committee in the time, he was part of in Babangida's time. He had always worked in the presidency. He was director of police affairs at his time at the pensions office in Ikeja. He was busy, but he had time. He put us in Ondo State, Federal Government College, Idoani. Both my sisters went to Federal Government Girls College, Akure. He would come from Abuja to visit in visiting day. The day my mother came, I thought my father was dead. So when I looked at her, I was in SS1 or SS2. I saw her, I said, what happened? Well, because we're not used to seeing her. He would come. He would discipline you. Don't take his love for weakness. Don't take his kindness. He will. When my father is ambidextrous, he uses both left and right. So when he's flogging you with one hand and you jump, you hold the hand, he tosses the cane to the left. He will flog you. So you can't hold both hands. He's stronger. But he will make sure you know why you are being punished. I will not forget one thing. Listen, this is where I was telling my sons When I was younger, I always struggled for a lot of things. And it was very discouraging. If everybody was doing something wrong, it was when I would do it that they would catch all of us. If everybody is scaling the fence, it is when I joined them to scale the fence that they will catch all of us. But every other person will go and get away with it. I didn't. I would be in examinations. I would do exams. People that copy from me will get a higher mark than me. How is that? And I wonder. So it was very frustrating that I had to do twice the work. And I had this friend, Rotimi. He was always lucky. If it was 41 to pass, he will make that 41. The rest of us will, he was just lucky. And I would read, so I told my dad, I said, I am tired. I did jam twice or so. Or even 3 times if I can't remember. And I'm like, I'm tired. Why do I always have to struggle? Why do I would do more work just to get little results. But look at Rotimi. One time jam. One time, he was just lucky and he wasn't smarter. So I was like, I was venting. And my father sat down to listen. I was just like, why do I always have to struggle? Why is my own different? And my father, when I finished, he said, Shofegbo. Shofegbo means, do you want to hear the truth? He said, don't envy those people who are lucky. They are visitors on earth. They don't live long. Because your trials is what makes your feet touch the ground. You own the ground. They are standing on nothing. Luck is not a ground to build on. I said, what do you mean I would live long? That is not living long I want. I just want to be successful. He said, what is success without life? That my young age, I just was about getting into the university. No, I was in the university. He said, you will live long. You know how I know? By your troubles. And you will be, where you find that you are working twice as hard, he said it is for where you are going. That it seems that your life would be a tough one. You are going to be a very big tree that people will take shade in. So your struggle is they are your roots trying to enter the ground. Did I know that I would be doing this? But if I did not have a father that would tell me that, would I not have started smoking, drinking, or committed suicide? That why is this life hard? Why did this one commit suicide?
Lost yourself.
He said, things are tough. Things are not working. Things are not. And then I found out that just before my son left, he said one of his friends who happened to be I'm related to said he's tired of life with daddy. He said he's tired of life. We spoke for 4 hours. He was just complaining. So I called my son. So I said, listen, you have someone you can talk to. My son was like, Daddy, when this want to happen? Honestly, I thought of committing suicide. I moye that times he walked past the bridge and was just looking into the bridge that, why wouldn't I? Because things were not going well. Look at all of us not preparing our children, thinking life is not easy. You need to prepare them for that. That is the role of a father. To tell them that it is not always every time that you find meat in the forest. There are times the hunter has to stay 2 weeks just to kill one meat in the forest. But when you don't train the child will just stay one day in the forest and say, I didn't see any meat. I don't know what's wrong with this. But then after 2 weeks, one hunter will come with a big kill. Why? Because he had been trained to lay in wait, to study the behavior and habits of these animals and know what time they come out to eat. And he will be waiting. You don't train your children. You think giving them money, sending them to the best schools. Great Ife is, I believe, is second only to the University of Ibadan. But it is a great university. Going there, saying that you are a graduate of OAU, that is, we are going to the best schools and they are committing suicide in the best schools, in UI, in Ahmadu Bello. Imagine our children are just killing themselves. One for JAMB, he has not even finished you just failed JAMB, the girl has already committed suicide. The other one in Bayelsa failed the NB, a medical exam. He could have done it again. He jumped into a river. Fathers, you are missing victims of child sexual abuse. When children have been sexually abused as in their youth, in their childhood, it increases the thought, the consideration of suicide. But you know that the presence of a father reduces the risk of child sexual abuse. Every one of these factors ties back to the father. What is wrong with you fathers? Why can't you just see that our children are contemplating suicide, hopelessness? They are in despair. They are in prolonged sorrow. Nothing is working in Nigeria. They are considering, is this how I am going to be? They are walking and crossing the deserts into various countries because of hopelessness. They are being killed and trafficked because of hopelessness. And you have a father who is there drinking and smoking, going to parties, and your children are there. You think they don't know? Secondary school students are also committing suicide. Secondary school, isn't it one that just killed herself over JAMB? Last year, do you know every year it happens?
Yes.
Every single year. Last year, 5 of them committed suicide because of. Look at that. But if a father had trained them, if a father was there that a child could go to and say, Daddy, I'm frustrated. Why am I failing JAMB? And you say that is just. I wrote JAMB. Nobody can even talk to me because I think I am just the example. You are saying, he was late. I got married late. I say I got married at 42. How old were you when you got? Say my own no reach that one, and you are complaining. You wrote JAMB once. We did JAMB 2-3 times. In fact, I entered school with someone who had done JAMB 6 times. It's sad, but we move. We move. Fathers, where are you? You better go back home. You work and amass money to take care of a child who will kill himself. At that time, your job, your work would mean nothing anymore. With a child who will be committed to drugs and hard substances, at that time, all your work will mean nothing. Have you noticed clergy children all over the globe? Not in Nigeria alone. In America, they are known for rebellion. In fact, there's a symptom called preacher's kid syndrome. Let's go back home. It was Children's Day. How are we celebrating it? Suicide. This time last week, while talking, a child was committing suicide. And I was saying the same thing. Where are the fathers who are supposed to be the role models, who are supposed to train, to build resilience? It is not the woman's job. It is not the woman's job. Don't give the wife a job that she was not meant to do. You are making the women both mother and father. They will be begging you for child support, begging you for school fees. That is where the child is already seeing that my father is not even, school fees na struggle.
But Barrister, what happens when the father is the depressed one? Because you mentioned earlier that
the father grew up. The father was once a boy. The father had a father. The father had a father. He did not fall from heaven a father. The father had a father. Easily in the olden days, when they see a man of strange, questionable character, the first thing they say is, who is his father? Where does he come from? Tani Babae. There are some certain cases that are exceptions where the father did all he could, but this child was just a child of perdition, a child of rebellion, a child that will never hear. The father, the mother, the family, they did all that they could, but the child found his way to drugs, found his way to... There are those ones. I know a few. In fact, we just lost one of them that was given to one of them is a minister. When I say minister, a minister of the Federal Republic, not a church minister. Just died like that. There are a few exceptions. But fathers, you have destroyed a generation. Let me end there.
Okay, we're going on a quick break, and when we come back, the phone lines will be open and we'll be taking your messages. You can send any questions. We're still on the conversations on the child, on the boy and girl child. Please don't go nowhere.
Listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
See as you just dey cash out steady. Abeg, come so for your party now. Make I fit do better thing like you.
My guy, now better no drop update. Oh, hey. Just refer your party them and both of una go get 1,000 naira free bet each.
Just like that?
Yes, so.
Oh yeah, share your code with your people. Make una start the win. Better no. The game don't start to. You not go fit play if you never reach 18. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
Relax, mama. I go clean all this your white clothes sharply. I beg no be to just clean. Use hypo, comot all these stubborn stains.
Yes, so no grief for stains. Whiten your white with hypo.
Hypo go hypo.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, it goes without saying that every day is a day to win. Yes, every day you can possibly call yourself a winner. Why? Well, it is because over 200,000 naira is being given away on Nigeria Info every day. All you have to do is go to the website at www.oneplay.ng or dial the code *347 *880 *3#. Now, dialing that code from your phone will cost you 500 naira, and of course, clicking on the Nigeria Info button when you get to the website at www.oneplay.ng will cost you 500 naira. Yes, you can play as many times as possible. You can play as many times as 10. You can play as little as once. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on every show. Literally every show. Yes, I'm talking about Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, Game On weekdays, and of course, Football Frenzy on weekends. But that is not all. Every Friday, there will be another 500k jackpot, all for you to win. win. And to qualify for that, all you have to do is make sure you had played the game throughout the week. Yes, dialing star 347 star 880 star 3 hash will literally qualify you for 2 opportunities at cracking this code. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are doing the thing. Go to the website at www.oneplay.ng or dial the code star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Make sure you're above the age of 18 while playing, and play responsibly, as in play with only what you can afford to part with. One Play is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Make sure you are playing and make sure you are winning, and when you win, send your tithe.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
With you.
You need information. We need your views.
Most of all, your officer and your official, they are very, very
For every minute that goes by,
Something noteworthy is happening.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gave his assurance after President Muhammadu Buhari unveiled the Lekki Deep Sea Port.
It is only in Nigeria here that you only politicians that does not go for medical screening.
The candidate doesn't need to be as fit as an athlete. He just needs to have a basic level of health and fitness. This is me being generous to Shetima.
Get up to speed with your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
.3, your number one talk station. And if you're just tuning in, we're live on YouTube at Nigeria Info FM. We're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info FM. And we're having conversations on the boy and girl child today. Barrister, how are you doing? When you were talking about your dad, I could feel the rush of emotions
It's his birthday
in your voice.
Today. And I really miss him. I need him to, somebody to correct. There's nobody you can. He died very young. He did not reap. He died 62. He did not reap the fruits of his at all. I wish he just was able to listen to one of my episodes and call me and tell me, you big head, And I was just going through the statistics again. I presented this paper last year, I think 3rd of April or so. And, I'm looking at it that from every ramification, at least, let's go to the phone line.
Okay, the lines to call. The male line is 0201-277-0993. The female only line is 0201.
Go ahead.
465-7190. I'll call it again. The male line is 0201-277-0993. The female line is 0201-465-7190. And you can send us a message on WhatsApp 080-9597-5805.
Please, let's hear from new people.
Okay, no problem.
Please, let others who have not been able to call, let's hear new voices, let's hear new experiences, let's hear new questions. And please, you can also ask questions.
Yes, and also you can call in anonymous. You don't have to tell us your name. You can call in anonymous.
I'm anonymous now. Let's go.
Okay. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello? 99.3. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Gabriel. I'm calling from Ogun State, Ogijo to be precise.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. I just want to thank the lawyer for the lecture he gave this morning. I'm a father too, but I've learned a lot from what he says. I've learned a lot. It makes me understand that the church is different from the home. That we have something to do at home. We have our job to do at home, not in the church alone, not in the church. Even by training our children, we are equally serving God too. Training your children in the right way according to the Bible will take you to heaven. If you can gain your children for God, then you are satisfied. You have done what God asked you to do, and God will continue to bless him in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
much.
Gabriel.
I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Please, let's go ahead.
Okay, hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello, morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, go on.
Barrister, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jeremiah.
How is everything going? It's been a long time.
We thank God.
You are really making a lot of points this morning. Please talk to us, the father. Many of us seem not to be responsible and listening to voice of reasoning from personal point of view and experiences. Please, I want you to hammer more on this. You are really deep in it. Many fathers are guilty now. Many fathers are guilty. On the other side, see, like I used to say, life is spiritual and physical. There could be an area you don't understand or you don't want to talk about it. Whether the question of if it is possible for somebody to hear a voice and naked run to the street, very possible. Or suicide thought. I've seen and I've heard also as somebody who is in the ministry. See, both sides, things like this, both sides, they treat it both sides. In short, I've seen both sides. They take people to psychiatric prayer. I see people who read the Bible prayer, their depression disappear. So both sides, not to narrow it to one side. Church is really doing a lot.
Let's thank you very much, sir. You made a point, and I think you veered off point. So you are telling me now that we meet somebody who is depressed and we give him the Bible and then he becomes normal. His father is not there, it is the Bible. So then let us put aside fathers and hand children the Bible and see how the Bible will raise them. You see, when you look at 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 5, it tells you, if a man cannot manage his own household, how can he take care of God's church? That is the New Living Translation. The King James Version says, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Let us see another version. But if a man does not know how to manage his own household, how will he take care of the church of God? It tells you that it starts from your home, that you are expected already to manage your home, meaning quality time for children, for your wife, providing not just money, emotional support, confidence to the children. They know their father is there. Do you know the confidence a child has when their father is present? It's not a religious matter. This is proven. These are what voice? Then why have we not all gone mad? We all have enemies. So let a voice begin to call us and all of us just run mad. And that is the problem with religion. You cannot identify a psychological problem, a mental health problem. The Bible tells you right there. Why do you think God keeps saying, do not be afraid, do not be do not despair? Depression had always been there. So when Moses was considering suicide, was there a voice? When Elijah was considering suicide, did a voice tell them, even your own assertion is not in the Bible? All of them, David, Jonah, Judas, Ahithophel that actually committed suicide, Judas that actually committed suicide, which voice did they hear? It was a guilty conscience. Which voice did they hear? Even your own assertion is not in the Bible. It is not scriptural that a voice will tell people to start killing them. It is not in the Bible. Where do you get it from? David, Jeremiah, all of them thought about committing suicide, prayed to die. Samson actually died with the Philistines. That was his prayers. That was his prayer. Let us stop this religious and look at that. Is why you will not be able to see that your child is depressed, because you are binding and casting and binding and casting. But all you need to do is to talk, to ask him, what is the problem? Why are you afraid? What are you? Where is this hopelessness coming from? What do you need? What do you want? And he will tell you that, Daddy, I am tired. Let's go ahead.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go on.
My name is Imabo. I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
Okay, go on.
It's the first time I'm calling this program. I'm
Thank you very much.
Barrister, I'm so happy to listen to you. I've been listening to you since like 5 years now.
Wow, thank you.
I thank God for calling you today. So when you were talking about your daddy, you now accept my condolence. Talk of that he died at the younger age. We have one adage in our place that say, it means that if a good tree die and leave the root, that root will be proud of that tree. When people see it, they will know that so tree was here. So you are the good root of that good tree. So I thank God for you. My only question, I have a question.
Thank you. Wow.
Please, are you listening?
Yes, we're listening.
I've been having this question in my mind. When I listen to you, I want to ask you today. The question is, you are very wise. In fact, you are very intelligent. I don't know how to describe you. Why is it that wise person like you, I know that other wise men might be like you, why can't you people set up like institution? I know before you become a barrister, you go to school. Before somebody become lawyer, you go to school. But when it comes to marriage and raising children, you only learn from our parents. Can't you people form an institution so that anybody that wants to marry and raise children will be going there and train himself before he gets married? That's my question. Thank you for your good.
Thank you very much, ma. I think we have to. I don't know about that. Can you imagine how the institution would be like? Practically, how would that be? Holding sessions and you see, you need to see my office. It's when you say upside down, downside up.
I will come in here and I'll say it's more like a marriage counseling class. More like what people do before they get into marriage. You know that there are some churches they do that, some religious places, even mosques they do that.
If you can get me a venue, these things cost money.
Oh, of course it will cost money.
If you can get me a venue and you get people, maybe members of your family or your group or something, and you say you want to just get me a venue, pay for my fuel, I will come.
I think we can even set it up. What she's saying is it's something that is doable and it's something that we could set up an institute for this.
Marriage counseling.
Do you get it?
Yes, he already does that now.
No, like a proper institute, like a chartered on a large scale.
No, not on that
because
large
there's
scale.
demand for it.
Oh, set it up. I will come. It will
be my name.
Be the name of include your father's name. Sir. Just give me pulpit. Not be pulpit. Just give me stage. Give me floor.
I thought you wanted to go to that part where they call you pastor now.
No. Just a place to stand and talk. I will. Thank you very much, man.
Okay,
so please, we have like 1 minute to so that the time is flying.
We still have some time left. We can take more phone calls. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Frank Zablin. I'm calling from Eleko.
Okay, go on.
So, talking about depression, I'll say while I was growing up, I was...
Could you speak louder, please?
Okay, I said talking about depression. While I was growing up, I was a perfect example of what is called a depression. I actually have two striking factors that actually triggered the depression. Number one, I have a medical condition, and my parents were the type that don't pay attention to the children. And second, as well, while I finished my secondary school, I actually have this strong ambition of trying to go further. But my parents as well were the type that always complain, there's no money. So this actually caused me, I began to separate myself totally. Everything, I just lost interest in my parents. I hated them. I don't just know what actually happened. I began to separate myself when, majorly in the evening, when we gather together to take the evening breeze. You see myself, I would just isolate myself, go to a corner. And
isolation is one of it. I understand. You separate yourself, not from especially things that used to give you pleasure.
Yeah, so I actually lost. I don't have joy at all. There was a time I wrote an article based on joy. So I was telling people that joy is the basic prerequisite essence of living. I totally lost joy. I don't even see anything of me.
Thank you, sir. We have just 1 minute. Depression is prolonged sorrow. So by losing joy, you are absolutely correct. Did you hear any voice in your head that was telling you?
I never heard any voice.
No voice was telling you, kill yourself, go and
yeah,
die.
there was a time I can remember. I was passing through the Third Milan Bridge. So
you were considering
broke down within that along the Third Milan Bridge. So I just came down. I was looking directly into the water, and something was just telling me, "Why not just jump inside? Why not just
that thing that you are talking about happened to me. I actually walked down Third Milan Bridge. And I don't know, someone jumped from the other lane because I was looking at the water. At that time, I lost my house to a fire. The upstairs was where I lived, downstairs was my office. I lost everything I had in one day. I didn't even have a place to live. I borrowed money. Everything I used the money to do burnt in the house. I was owing, I was helpless. I didn't have a place to stay. Then a girlfriend that I had broken up with 5 months before now came to me again and said that she was pregnant. I said, someone I broke up with in January came in July to tell me. So everything just was there, and I dropped on Third Milan Bridge and I walked to the side and I was looking at the water and I was in myself saying, Olumide, why don't you just jump into this water? At least those people that I owe money, they can come and carry my corpse to look for money. It was hopelessness. It was hopelessness. Thank you very much. I really appreciate.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, Barrister, this person wants to be anonymous, and I feel you need to hear this. It says, "Good morning, Barrister. As a father, what if you tried everything possible to build your children, and your wife, their mom, is the one who is encouraging them not to listen? It has gotten so bad that the children no longer take their father serious, always sees him as too hard. Their mom always paints a picture that life is not hard, and everything will work well provided you can pray, yet things are falling apart at home."
So, as a father, if the roof is leaking and you have tried and the roof is still leaking, will you sacrifice everything in the house in a rain? You just let it be. You always move to plug a leaking roof. When you marry a woman, it is very important that you marry someone who you think alike, who your child raising ideology is in line with, is in sync with. You cannot marry an opposition. You cannot marry your provocation. You cannot marry your annoyance. You cannot marry your resistance. The moment you find out that this woman is anti what I believe, you are raising a child. I told you, first thing you do is to stop having children. Don't bring children you cannot raise or put them in an environment that will be difficult for you to impart value. Then number two, you must reject it with all measure. You must call her family, you must call your family and tell them that this your daughter or this your son is preventing me from raising my child. It is a father's duty. You must make it a big issue, because a lot of men have lost. There's a gentleman whose wife just died. Now the issue is that the children don't listen to him because the wife had done enough damage while she was alive. You can't continue. The day you see it, the day it happens, that day it must stop to happen. That day is the day you know that I cannot bring in more children here, and you fight tooth and nail. You can't now, because your wife is anti what you are, then your children will now grow to have no manners. You are now defeated. Now you are there. Looking at the children as they grow in opposition to training. Are you kidding? In that house, there will not be a house. There will not be a home. You must, with all vigor, it must end. The way you would attack it is like you caught her in adultery. The way you would attack that issue, men, you have to stop saying that, giving their mothers as an example. But you kept on giving birth. You saw how she did this one. You gave birth to another one. You gave birth to another one, knowing that there is an opposition in the house to training. You must not agree. In fact, was it last year I helped somebody take the matter? I took him to a magistrate in the family court. They had to separate. They will split, but that is the problem. The time that the child will be here, the mother will be doing her own. The child that the father, stop giving birth to children in this kind of divided home. You will attack that thing. Which wife will not make me train my? It's not possible. I will not agree. That is it. That is the attitude. Thank you.
Anyways, despite the fact we're talking about the girl and boy child today, you can also ask any question you want to ask. Any type of questions you want to ask, despite the fact it's not even related to the conversations we're having today. Right, so you want to say something? Okay. Back to the phone lines. Okay, hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please, can you speak up? I can't really hear you.
Good morning.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. The Bible says these three abide: faith, hope, and love. Some of the teachings in some religious groups, they will tell you anything you want, it will happen as long as you believe. If it doesn't happen, then you're not praying harder. You are in sin. And these children hear this and grow up with it. I know my own faith and where I go to. They will tell you that you have problems. But that strength and that teaching, that's how to overcome the problem that you already have. So when you see the problem, you know it will pass. If they fail jump, you will take another one. You try again, try again. You understand? So we should be careful where the teachings these children listen to. And then you just go back, oh, it's spiritual. And then there's nothing you can do about it. The devil is fighting me because I'm a pastor, because I've given my life to Christ. No, we should stop all these things because it's not building these children strong as they should be. Please. Do you know in Babcock University how many children are committing suicide there?
Okay, you have 1 minute left. You have a few seconds left.
I have people there. They don't talk about it. And the schools should be careful. With all this expulsion, they catch you in this expulsion. It's not working good for the children. I don't know why parents allow it. You don't expel. You just expel children like that. Correction. And then from, there are certain things you don't, and once they do it, instead of going home to their parents or facing disciplinary action, they just do it.
Okay, thank you so much. You didn't even tell us your name, but as well, would have loved to know your name. Okay, back to the phone calls. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Sunday, calling from Ariga.
Okay, Sunday, you have 1 minute, so just shoot your shot.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
Amen, sir.
You see, one thing children should know that they need to look ahead. Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Because I want to tell you my own life history. I lost my parents, two of them.
Yes, in 1 minute.
Both my mom, my dad, and that was during the Civil War. As a young boy, I managed myself, and I got in a very small room, and I managed myself, did contribution until I married. Today, God has blessed me. The 2 children that I have graduated in a University of Ibadan and did their masters. What am I trying to say? A child should not, because of one condition or other, take his life. Someone that we are already in the university. Why didn't you think ahead? Put more effort, no matter the condition, and believe that God will help you.
Let me ask you a question. So, is that what you would tell a child who is discouraged, that he should look forward? Is that what you would? All the forward looking that we have been looking in this country in our elections, how has anything changed? That is not what you would tell a child.
I love your program. You know, I call in every time, but I'm just trying to say.
Okay, Sunday, I would like you to stay on the phone call. We are going on a quick break.
Yes.
When we come back from this break, we'll continue. Yes, we're going on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Please, Sunday, stay on the phone call.
More talk, more right after this. For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. And Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Did you know that you can't fold a piece of A4 paper more than 8 times? As the number of layers doubles each time, the paper rapidly gets too thick and too small to fold. The current world paper folding record belongs to California high school student Brittany Gallivan, who in 2002 managed to fold a 1.2 kilometer long piece of tissue paper 12 times.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening, only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Remember, my children, we are blessed twice.
How, Mommy?
Once when Allah enables us to give, and again when we see the joy in others' eyes.
At Spar Market, we honor the double blessings of Eid al-Kabir. Enjoy up to 50% off on our special festival selection, making your sharing more special. Visit any Spar Market store nationwide from May 30th to June 8, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Spar Market, there for you.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Double the joy! It's Nexus
time. Buy one, get one free. It's the Eid double celebration.
This Eid, Nexus is giving you double celebration.
Buy a 65 or 75 inches Nexus TV, get another TV free. With so many other delightful offers, Nexus Double Delight is yours. Rush to Nexus, don't delay. Visit Nexus showroom at 39 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Jeffrey Plaza, Abraham Desoya Bus Stop, Aja, 17 Aba Road, Port Harcourt. Offer runs June 30th while stock lasts. Nexus, living with style.
This festive season, it's time to match your fashion with your house style. Step into elegance and legacy with Adron Homes as we bring you the Ilea Day Sales Offer, Ojudiobaya Special. Enjoy a whopping 30% discount on land purchases with initial deposit from 100,000 Naira to 3 million Naira. Spread your payments conveniently for 24 months. And that is not all. When you subscribe, you get to explore your fashion creativity with the gift of a bundle of exotic ashoke or Ankara, or spice up your Ilea celebration with the gift of a ram, goat, or a bag of rice. Now that's how to celebrate in style. Call us on
0803-200-6783 or 0816-548-2627.
Or visit any Adron Homes office near you. Terms and conditions apply.
Mama, if you see how to screw up that toilet, it clean.
If it look clean, but if you no use Hypo toilet cleaner, germs go still yakpa.
Don't grieve for germs. Protect your toilets every day with Hypo toilet cleaner.
You've tried calling in, sending messages.
You've wanted to share your thoughts, your opinions, and make your voice heard.
But time always runs out, and you never get the opportunity.
Now you have a chance.
Voice of the people on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Everybody's listening. Voice of the people.
Record yourself expressing your opinion on any issue of concern in 30 seconds.
Speak up, say your piece, raise your concern on Voice of the People.
Send a 30-second video from a quiet place for the best audio.
Send your Voice of the People 30-second video entry on social media at Nigeria Info FM Lagos.
Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. Nigeria is listening.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
Hey Lagos, I've got something fun for kids, parents, guardians, uncles, aunties, whoever you are. This is for you. The Kids FM Festival 2.0 is back. Get your families ready and let's have some fun with games, music, and so much more. If you missed the first one, don't miss the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos. Time 12 p.m. sharp. Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the vibes. Bring your friends, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, aunts and uncles, and let's turn up. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle. Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. One more time, register at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Sunday, June 1st at Balmoral Convention Center, 12 p.m. prompt. Kids FM Festival 2.0. Family fun. So come, let's play.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And we're back like we never left. And we're still having this awesome conversation on the boy and girl child. And before we left, we were on a phone call. And I'm about to read a message. And I feel Barrister, he's saying a few things that is important. He's Rashid from Shomolu. And he says, thank you for what you do. My comment is not to give excuse to men. However, it is worthy of note that most fathers who are meant to train their kids are among the almost 60% who are in the suicide bracket. Before their actual suicide attempt, they are broken and fail to train the kids, thus transferring the virus onto their kids. The mental health wellness of a man is crucial for a healthy society.
Fantastic. So that was also one of the reasons. This is opposite what the caller said.
Yeah.
That because he had a chance, he had every reason in the war. He lost both parents. He had every reason to kill himself, but he didn't. So why are people now committing suicide? You fail to understand that nobody has identical fingerprints. Nobody has, even our retinal scans are different. So you cannot expect your triumph to automatically translate to humanity. You are strong. But I will tell you, Nigeria then is different from the Nigeria now. Nigeria then is different from the Nigeria now. Try being a child. Now try that same thing now in today. A child losing both parents today. Try that and see that there will be a total difference. Apparently, from Shomolu said that the fathers are also contemplating suicide, raising their children. That is a very true statement. That was why when you spoke, I said the father also had a father. The father also had a father. But you see, we need to upgrade, like programs that keep updating. We need to update. I wasn't born a father. I was just fortunate to have one. And there are things you learn and unlearn, especially pain. You are there to empathize with pain. You can recognize pain. You know your child. Listen, I'm a lawyer today because of my father. I was in engineering. I was in, what is it called? Pure sciences. I was in further maths, physics,
Science
chemistry,
class.
biology. It was my father that said, Olumide, you're a lawyer. The way you write, the way you talk. And that is direction. When a father knows the child, even more than the child knows himself, because the father had been watching for years. The father had been analyzing the child for years. Knows how to. You can't, if you feel suicidal, please, and you feel it is overwhelming, don't give birth to children until you have taken care of yourselves. And it is, you see, depression is majorly prolonged sorrow. It is just sorrow. So people making sorrow a spiritual matter, I don't understand. You are making it, it is a voice that is making you deep. No, depression is prolonged sorrow. They are unhappy. They have lost hope. They are in despair. All of us have had that time that you wish the ground open and you just enter. And at that time, if the opportunity presented itself, it was 50-50. You may or you may not have. Let's move on. I don't want to take the...
Okay, if you're just joining us once again, this conversation is on the boy and girl child, and you can ask any question you want to ask. The phone lines, the female and male line, are open. The male line is 0201-277-0993. The female line is 0201-465-7190. And the WhatsApp number is 08095975805. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not a first-time caller. My name is Emeka.
Okay, Emeka, go on.
That is, I'm not the first-time caller.
Okay.
You see,
you are breaking the rules now.
I'm begging you. That's why I can't stop lie. I can never.
Go ahead.
You see, Barrister, if waiting I know before I get my keys, say I know am before. By now I never read you. I don't get white hair though, but I never read it. Because you know that one day I enter inside, I dey see money, every time they see money, but I go inside. I can't they think say if say only me there they see this kind of money now. So say I don't go live well. So waiting I know now, waiting I know you is different. That's why sometimes I go just cry only me and see cool down for only me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for calling and thank you for your honesty.
Thank you, Emeka. Okay.
Nothing to say. At least he's saying he knows himself. Now he's discovered something.
Yes. Okay, we're back to the phone calls. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning. What's your name? Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much for what you are doing for us that our system go to learn.
And we thank God,
continue to bless you
Amen.
And preserve you for us. My name is Prince T. Fashion, calling from First Park. I am not regretted that I am still single by age of 42 going to 43. At least I have learned a lot from you. Since 3 years now I've been listening to you.
Thank
With
you,
this
sir.
program, at least I can boast off that I've changed many people listening to you, bringing them down to you every day, every Saturday. Always do that.
Thank you,
people so to listen to this program, to learn, so that they will not do the same mistakes some of us are doing. Thank you so much, sir. God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
And
Thank you.
preserve you and keep you for us.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, this person wants to remain anonymous. He says, it's not easy to say to men to get out of prolonged sorrow. Your words are not kind to men. We're supposed to be strong and still get bashed for a lot. Some of us want kids even if we are sorrowful. It's not a crime to feel bad, but when you now see we shouldn't have kids, it's even more sad.
Am I supposed to, because you want sympathy or empathy, you bring children into more problems than you have?
I'm telling you.
Because you would realize that the children will have more problems than you had. It's just like telling people living with the sickle cell virus that, I shouldn't tell them not to marry each other. Even they know. It is not their fault. Those people are the heroes of society. If you know what they go through and they keep living, then you are going through and saying, I shouldn't tell you. Okay, Mabinu.
Okay, we'll take more phone calls. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Basi. I want to greet the barrister so much.
Good morning,
May the Lord God bless you richly in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Yes, sir. I just want to tell you that the way we talk about the religious angle of today, the real problem by barrister is that a lot of people have attributed, a lot of Christians, even on the pulpit, have attributed the attributes of God, who is omnipotent, omniscience, omnipresence, to that of the devil. They have so much belief that the devil is everywhere, talking to them, following them about. If you go to most churches, every time the devil is after you. I'll be wondering how, because the devil cannot be at that studio now with you and in face here with me. He doesn't have that ability. And so people go on with this notion, try to cage people, make people feel that the devil is speaking to you to kill yourself and to do that. Giving the attributes of God to Satan, that Satan is in Nigeria. He's everywhere.
Meaning
at
the
all
devil
times.
is not
As you're sleeping,
omnipresent.
He's watching you.
He can't be at different
devil is-
places at different times. You are correct.
He can't. He can't. So people are having the notion, as I'm leaving the house, devil is following me. As I'm entering the bus, I went to this thing. They believe it so much, and that is when you speak to them, they see you. It contradicts what they have believed. They need to know that it is God that has that ability to be with you in your past, your present, and your future.
Thank you
The devil
so
doesn't
much.
have that
Thank
ability.
you.
Thank you
so much. Thank you so much for your kind words.
In fact, when you remove those words, I bind you in Jesus' name, Holy Ghost fire, I cast you. When you remove those words from prayer, some people will not have anything to pray about. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Because some people's prayer is I bind, I cast, Holy Ghost fire. Once you remove those phrases, you find out that, and prayer is simply worship. You find that people are not doing. Let's move on.
Okay, back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello. Oh.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please, can you reduce the stuff playing in the background? Please. Okay, go on, please. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes.
Oh.
Please, we need you to speak.
Speak up,
You need
yes,
to speak
please.
up, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Olainka.
Okay, go on.
I just want to say a big thank you to Barrister. And I want to ask a question. Like, when he talked about the role of a father, what about we that are just alone with our children? What advice do you give to us?
Hello, ma. Is the father dead?
No, but we are separated due to beating, like
you are better separated because these are factors that affect the children. It's very unfortunate, ma, that you will have to play that role. Do you understand? For example, if for those men who lose their wives during childbirth, they have to play the role of mother and father. Do you understand? So it's just the same thing now. It is not your function, it is not your duty, but life has made you father and mother.
Okay.
So you will just have to do your best. Or also, if you have a brother, if you have a father, well, it's even difficult now because people are molesting other people's children. It's so difficult now to have a role model.
That's it.
So, please, God bless you, God keep you. But you have to adopt that you are now father and mother.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Really good work. We appreciate.
Thank you very much, man. We thank God for his mercies.
Okay. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
I think this will be the last caller.
Okay. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Atunde from Surulere.
Okay, go on.
I just want to thank our lecturer there because I will call him lecturer. He has been doing very fine. Very fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
May the Lord continue to be with him.
Amen. And also with you.
But concerning this depression you said, sometimes we ourselves, we also cause depression for ourselves. Let me give you for instance, maybe your child failed in the school. You now tell him, come, if you fail again, I will never do this thing for you. So we parents, you have to.
We can't really hear you.
Depression.
We can't really hear what you're saying.
Please, can you repeat that in like 15
Yes.
seconds? We're about to round up.
Maybe we should try moving
No.
around. Your network is very
We have to end
bad.
this. We have to end this. You have one, please.
One more
pick,
call,
last
okay.
call.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where you call? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Ige. Yeah, my name is Ige. So I will actually want to say this, that there's actually a condition of the mind called schizophrenia, and that you start hearing voices. So it's not spiritual. Most times it's not spiritual. And I have a coping mechanism, and I want to prefer that to people. And that is, if they can really seek for how to study or learn meditation, it actually helps. It goes a long way. save you from depression. Thank you. That's
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. It is not spiritual. It is not. They should stop that. It is not. It did not start when Christ came, because that's when all these spiritual things started happening. In the Old Testament, was it there? It was not when Christ came. People talking as if there were no marriages in the Old Testament. Depression started. Do not be afraid. Do not be dismayed. What do you think dismay is? Despair, hopelessness, prolonged sorrow. You are not happy. Everything is going wrong. And they are comparing you with this person. Your mates are this, your mates have married, this one has children, this one, and you are just hopeless. You've repeated a class. I repeated a class.
Same here too.
When people say I'm white, okay, it is well. I want to thank everybody for listening. It's I have to be hard. Especially on fathers. We have no excuse. We go through our own challenges. So that gentleman from Shomolu is correct. We go through. Listen, I don't borrow money. I don't know how to. I'm always everybody's go-to guy. But then lately, I had to borrow money from, and I was looking at all through my phone like, I don't even have somebody to call. Do you understand? But everybody will be calling me, I'm the go-to, and I felt very upset that I just need some money for 3 weeks. Yesterday I placed a call and I was saying, how is it that I don't have people? But every other person, they just call this one. And they just get it. But me, no, I was just going through my phone and there was nobody. And I felt very bad that, you know what? I'm no longer anybody's go-to guy. Nobody should call me for anything if I cannot call people. And they would say, I don't have now. Everybody. I don't even have anyone to call. It was very annoying for me. It was very depressing. I was feeling used. We have our own challenges. But for our children, we must suck it up and give them hope. We must give them hope. Tell them it is okay. Scold them, but tell them it is okay. Scold them, tell them it's okay. I'm very blessed. My last born, I scold him a lot. But he gets over things very quickly. So I'm just, as we scold, we love. As we scold, we love. We inspire. We set an example. Children do not do as you say. They do as you do. So don't think you will tell them one thing and you will behave another way and you expect them to obey what you said. No, they obey what you do. Children do as you do, or they don't do as you say. So you must lead by example. Thank you very much. Yes, for those that might want to reach out to me, please, I'm trying something for the children now. When I'm talking about children, it's not 0 years old. I'm talking of children in secondary schools. And, someone said, do a foundation for it. We need its funds. It is always money. And I don't know how to beg for money, but I just do my little soliciting here on the radio. I want to do something for children. I want to organize, I want to arrange. And also, we have a lot of children that we're paying school fees, we're housing, we're doing. Please support us. I always plead, please support us. Please support us. We're actually talking. We are the ones you see outside. You are the ones, we are not inside. We are the ones you see outside. Someone saw me and said, I can't do what you do. You come in person. Yes, I am there in person. I don't send. I don't send the PA. I am there. And this is, we are losing a generation. My number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. Once again, 0909 3214 942. Please also make use of this every third Saturday of the month. There is a purple curtain program that I host. Please join me at 14 Ogulano Drive, Surulere. All these things are there. You say you want to hear of marriage counsel, come there and talk. Your children are having issues or you don't, come there and talk. I will be there 12 p.m. I'll be 12 noon to 3. Yes, people are asking about the Ajeromi Feloju case that I was talking about. Yes, about a church growth officer who beat up a mother and daughter. And funny enough, the church growth officer is over Province 93. The woman that he beat up with her child is the mother and sister-in-law of another parish pastor of the same church in the same province. He beat up the sub-pastor under him. You know, he is church growth officer. This one is parish pastor. How do you? It's a terrible thing. And you know, we are in court. They are bragging that they have son. No problem. My own issue is that let the church know that this is not supposed to be in that position. The case has been adjourned to June or so. I would announce that. So you come and follow, you see evidence, so that it's not as if we are lying. So you come and see, you see the people themselves. Court 6, I made a mistake. I said court 8, court 6. Yes, RMDVA training continues today. Those that have subscribed to our training, we would continue today at 12 noon at Surulere Kilo. What else? Thank you for your birthday wishes and your birthday prayer. You should have sent me money. This prayer is too much. You should have sent me money. You see some people, the prayers are long.
Okay,
God bless you. I really appreciate. Don't mind me.
Yes,
I appreciate. God bless.
It's been an awesome conversation. Coming up next is a discourse with Uncle Jimmy. Don't go nowhere.
Go to your children. Go to your house. Go home. Go and see your sons. Go and see your daughters. Call them now. Are they going through depression? Are they unhappy? Sit down with them today. This is weekend. You are not going to work. Let us begin today, now.
Have an awesome day.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.